All right, episode 92 of the 580 show. Myself, Frawley, Riley. We're back, boys. What's up?
What's up?
So
Friday night buzzing. Riley's drinking wine.
Little Friday
Frawley's-
night lights.
Riley's in a weird mood, and I'm
Why am
here.
I in a weird mood?
Yeah, just you're giving off weird vibes, spunky boy vibes. But surprisingly, I have not received any calls yet to take over a high school football program. So unless you have, Riley, we'll continue talking about
I thought you had someone putting a word in for us.
that's for next year.
Oh.
For next year. So for
Well,
now,
we're not going to take over mid-season. They're going to have an interim coach until we take
no,
over.
I kind of like that rule of coming in like we're 1-3
Mhm.
program that was supposed to be 3-1 at this point. We come in and just fire up the boys, like no expectations because we're already 1-3,
Mhm.
and just come in and just turn that locker room upside
You
down.
just play free.
Oh, just play free. We don't punt the ball once the rest of the season.
Yep. Doesn't matter
They're
where it
fall
is.
in love with us.
4th and 8 on our own too. We go for it.
100%. But yeah, if you didn't know, catch you guys up. We want to take over a high school football program. So if you know any in Western PA that are interested in some freaks taking over, let us know. Until then, we'll continue to talk about strength sports.
Yeah, we got to continue with strong, man. We're
Yeah.
probably better at that anyway.
But
Some of us are.
a lot of places, I mean, we talked about it last week. Slow in actual strongman right now.
Right.
Obviously, for all you spoke on it last week, but from now for the next 4 weeks is going to be nationals talk. A lot of
Yep.
it.
Pretty much.
We got it when we get to the Q&A portion. We had a lot of questions about nationals that I thought were interesting. Some we touched on last week. We can kind of reiterate just some other questions about it. That was kind of the theme for the Q&A this week.
Sure.
One thing that I noticed, and I'm growing old at a rapid pace in strength sports. It's like the last year has been like a dog year for me, where it's like I just hit something and now I'm like 90 years old and just screaming it into the air. And
It's not just strength sports, by the way.
Yeah,
true.
that's real life. But I mean, we could talk about it in strength sports if that makes you feel a little more comfortable.
Yeah,
You're
I
the
did.
oldest.
You're
You're the
old
oldest
married
28-year-old
guy
I
now,
know.
You know.
Yeah, I
Oldest
did.
guy I know.
I did have a moment last night where I had to text her. I called Riley and I'm like, "What the hell? How do you get this football game?"
What is this Amazon Prime?
Oh, I know what Amazon Prime is.
Oh, you're starting to get boomer moments.
Yeah, I am.
I
It's
get
not
those
stuff,
too.
dude.
Don't worry.
He has them a
Wait,
lot.
Right?
till
Yeah,
you're
Carl,
30.
you're the biggest boomer I know.
Wait till you're 30. It gets even worse.
But young lifters, okay, I could talk about this. This could be a podcast I talk about every single week. But recently, and I'm not an old lifter by any means. However, these trends of shaming people who deadlift sumo, of people who want to max out constantly. I know I sound old, but it's like this new TikTok trend of lifting where like people are saying like they're doing these trends and I already said it, but like, oh, if you pull sumo, you're this. It's like, I don't know. I've just been kind of annoyed about it recently. And I've just heard so many comments like at the gym, people like telling me, oh, you don't get, dude, I get it, man. I get it. Like I understand about strength sports. So it's just, I don't know. I don't know if you guys have a pet peeve with like the younger generation lifting coming up. Mine is 100% the sumo thing. And this is coming from a strongman. We can't even deadlift sumo. But like,
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for me is that everybody always wants a shortcut. And like, I mean, we all went through that at some point. Like we all look for like, oh, what's my best program, or what's my best scheme? What's my best training method? What's my best, I don't know, principles? Like, should I do this type of curl or this type of curl? Or should I do this bench press? Or what's my best bench press accessory? Like, dude, the number one factor in strength is time. No matter how much time you have invested, long term, consistent, progressive overload, long term. And I think one thing that gets me is like people look for like the perfect percentages and the perfect rep ranges and the perfect amount of sets. And, oh, I did this much volume before and this much volume now. I think I should be getting stronger, but I'm not getting stronger. And it's just, people just get so wrapped up in all those little details. Especially, it's easy when you're a young lifter too. It's just like, go and train hard. Like the hardest thing somebody did a video. I think it was one of the power lifters now that's he's one of the top super heavyweight squatters. And he just said, don't get paralyzed by all the analysis. Just go do, because the doers, the strongest guys in the world aren't sitting there thinking, do I need to squat 70% or 75% or 72.5%? They're going and squatting, and they're worrying about doing more weight over time and doing it right and doing it with proper technique.
The
They're not
real ones
sitting there,
figure it out. The real ones figure it
yeah,
out.
like the good guys do it. Just go do
Right.
it. Like,
And
don't
like,
sit here and think too much.
yeah, the thing, like, if you're really serious, and I'll never be that guy that just like makes fun of the younger, like, I want to help it because I had so many people when
Absolutely.
I got into it that helped me, and I might not still be in it, and I may not still be in love with it as I am. But like a couple pieces of advice I would say, like, and Frawley basically just said it, but think long term.
Right.
Like
Absolutely.
if you put, once you get past like your noob gains, that's the hardest thing, is like you're gonna get those beginner gains. You're gonna be able to put 300 pounds on your total in your first year, because like your first meet you may total 1100, and your second meet you may total 1350. That's normal. That's a normal jump from your first to second if you're just getting into like lifting really. However, if you put 10 pounds on each your lift, that's 30 pounds on your total every year. If you do that for 10 years, look at what your total just went up 300
300
pounds.
more pounds. So you have the 300 pounds from your newbie gains, and then you do 30 pounds a year on your total. Now you have 300 more pounds. Now you're up 600 pounds.
Yeah. And then
Because
it's gonna get slower and everything, but
right.
just think long term. Like 9 times out of 10, the strongest guy in the gym is the guy that stuck around, was stubborn enough to not miss training sessions, stuck around for 10 plus years, and he's still here, she's still there, and they're still chugging along. Don't get caught up in these little trends where like it's not cool to do this, it's not cool to do that. It's like doing, like, I just had someone approach me at 5A the other day and said they're thinking about doing a program where they I think it was deadlift 5 days a week.
That's so absurd.
It was either deadlift or squat. It was deadlift or squat.
Any lift to do 5 days a week is absurd.
Anything.
Yeah,
And
it's absurd.
I'm like, well, what's your plan? And they're like, well, I'm just going to eat a ton and I'll be able to recover from deadlifting or squat. I said, listen, okay, this is the best way I can explain to you. First off, it's stupid as hell. Honestly, like, I'm not going to beat around the bush. There's no good program on earth that will tell you to deadlift 5 days a week. It's just, it's clickbaity. It's a trend. It's not right. There's no person that's smart that will tell you that you should deadlift 5 days a week. Okay. So my thing is, okay, so say the program's 10 weeks, right? You're deadlifting 5 days a week. If you do somehow make it through those 10 weeks without getting injured,
right?
By the grace of God, if you make it through that gauntlet and you don't get injured, good for you. You may put on, just say you put on 100 pounds on your deadlift. Your deadlift goes from 500 to 600. It should go up a lot because you're deadlifting 5 days a week and you didn't get hurt. But at some point, you have to stop that program. And at some point, to not get injured, you may not have got hurt in the first 10 weeks, but you have to bump the volume down to 1, maybe 2 days a week deadlifting. And what's going to happen is you're going to lose 60 pounds on your deadlift because you're not deadlifting 5 days a week now. So now you've gained 40 pounds on your deadlift instead of just running a program that manages volume, manages your fatigue, and keeps you healthy for sure. And you would have put 40 pounds on your deadlift.
Yep. And then that 40 pounds goes onto your deadlift and you actually feel good at the end of that block. For the most part. You might have a little aches and pains, but with a strategically thought out training plan, an actual 10-week program, you should feel pretty good after. So you just add it to your total, no injuries, don't need to pull back volume, don't need to reseed, and then make up that ground down the road.
Yep. Like, what's the program for the powerlifting program? Is it Smolov?
Yeah.
Those the squat every day.
Yeah, squat every day.
They have like one that's like bench every day too, I think.
It's absurd.
Have you ever met anyone that's had success doing something like that?
Exactly what you described. Short term. It goes up, and then they get off of the program, and then it goes away.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
what people
it-
see though. They see people posting their short-term results and they're like, oh, I gotta
Yep.
do that.
yeah.
Yep. That's a good point too. And
People care too much about looking cool on Instagram.
Yeah. And one thing that I will say is, if you're a younger lifter and you're listening, and this is all like, it's because we're guys that have been through this and we learned it.
Done it
And
all.
I've learned it the hard way, man. I wish there's some older guys that I was around in previous gyms that I wish I'd go back and shake their hand and be like, no, I made, you were right. Like, you're right. I was 22. I was an idiot. You've been doing it for 20 years longer than me. Like, just go back and put my foot in my mouth. So now I'm trying to pass that along and those experiences. But I'll say, if you see, I don't know if Larry Wheels is still around. I really haven't seen or heard anything. Larry Wheels, just to use an example, he's the top of the genetic pool, mixed with the heaviest dosage of PEDs that you can take.
Yes.
And that's not me speculating. Larry Wheels has videos of him doing it. And he has videos of him speaking about how much PEDs have messed him up. And I like Larry Wheels. He's a freak. He's an absolute freak. You have to realize you're not Larry Wheels. And that creatine that you're taking, or that whey protein that you're taking that you bought from GNC, isn't helping you recover like the copious amounts of steroids that Larry Wheels was taking when he was totaling whatever he was totaling.
Right.
So I guess my lesson is, look into the sources of who you're following and who you're taking advice from. Are they transparent? If they are, look at what they're doing. I wouldn't recommend anyone taking PEDs, especially at such a young age.
Right.
Just look into your sources and look who you're following. If there's someone that is a lifetime natural guy, and a real lifetime natural guy that you think is maybe they've competed in the IPF their whole career, and they've passed all their drug tests, and look at what they're doing, because they have a similar recovery method to you. Right. And find a coach, because you're going to learn a lot. Learn on your own as long as you can. And then once you get to those, when you're having questions, get a coach. And the last thing I'll say about it is, let your coach coach you, because you're having a coach for a reason and they're more experienced than you. So let your coach coach you, and don't say, oh, well, can we do this? Can we do that? If you have a coach that has validity behind their name, they have a plan for you and they know what they're doing, and that's why you hired them.
Your coach has a plan, man. And
So,
you can only adapt so quickly. The thing that gets lost in all of this is that people think when they go in and do X amount of weight for X amount of reps, that's actually what's making them stronger. Because it's like anything else, when you physically do something, you swing a baseball bat, you swing it enough times, you might hit the baseball a little bit further, right? But lifting is different in that regard. Your process, you get stronger because you recover. And if you do, you can only recover so fast. You can only tear down so much and recover so fast for a period of time. So unless you introduce PEDs, like Josh is saying, you can only get so strong so fast. And there's nothing that you can do, no amount of extra repetitions, extra squats, extra deadlifts, extra accessory work. Sure, working weak points might help you more because that's where you're weak in the lifts. So therefore you may have a better output long term. But again, that's where your coach can come in to tell you and pinpoint those areas that you need to improve on. But just don't look at all the gimmicky shit that's out there and think this is what I need to do. No, if you've made progress over the past year, you just need to keep doing more of what you've been doing.
Yep.
And do it for a long time.
The beauty of strength sports, and something that I've always loved, two things, is there's no perfect program.
Correct.
There's not. The perfect program, I've said it on here before, is what you will stick to.
Yes.
So, outside of the dumb ones, like where you deadlift 5 days a week, just a solid program, if you stick to it, it's going to work. It's being stubborn enough, showing up, and having training partners where you want to kick their ass. That's honestly the biggest thing. If I see Riley hit an overhead press, he knows I'm trying to kill him, honestly. And that's like those hard training sessions where, okay, could we have done like 3x6 at 75% perfectly into like Prilipin's chart? Yeah. But some of those like old sessions we had where probably I got the strongest I've ever gotten from a session is where we're sitting there trying to beat each other's faces in and we're trying new stuff. There's no perfect program. That's the biggest thing. Show up for a long time, stay healthy. That's the biggest
The
thing.
perfect, the
Stay healthy.
perfect principle, the perfect principle is progressive overload, period. If you don't progressively overload over a period of time, you won't get stronger.
Yeah.
Beyond that, no matter how you accomplish that, conjugate, 5-3-1, linear progression, undulating periodization, whatever. As long as you have that principle in place, you will get stronger, period.
Agree. Anything else with younger lifters? You guys have any specific advice? I mean, we pretty much just touched on it all, but I honestly anytime a younger lifter especially at our gym, I've given out so much advice and so many conversations, and I get annoyed sometimes, sure, when I hear stuff, but that's behind the scenes. That's what I tell Riley. But like, I'm always willing to talk to people and share my advice and my lessons learned. And there's people down there that have been around a lot longer than me. So like, I'm not ever trying to be like, oh, I wish these kids would go away, because I don't want that at all.
Absolutely
We have
not.
newer, stronger kids joining the gym all the time, and I want them to stick around and get into a strength sport and, help our gym be stronger. It helps me be stronger.
I
But
think,
this is just stuff I've learned.
I think the best thing I can say is ask questions.
Yep.
If you go to 580 and you see any of us, I mean, if you don't know, even if you ask somebody who might not know, they might send you to somebody else who has more information on the topic. Whatever you're asking, ask.
Yeah.
Like, the best thing you can do in those situations is go find the big, strong guys that have been around for a long time and ask the question if you're
Yeah.
curious. And a lot of the
That's
stuff can get straightened out because these details just get so wishy-washy and like so they're just so unnecessary. Just ask the question.
Yep.
So,
Is do you know the Ragnarok games?
yeah, they followed me this week and I don't know anything about it. I was
Is
trying
it
to like
real?
it looks real. I mean, I know a number
I
of the
don't
people that signed up.
I it gives me really big Firefly vibes for Strongman.
You mean
Why do you say that?
Firefest?
Firefest.
Yeah.
Firefest. Thank you, Riley. See, Riley, that's
Okay.
why you're here. See, Riley's our pop culture guy. He catches a lot of that little stuff.
I
Like,
know what that about. I know
Right?
I get that
You're
reference.
thinking of Owl City or whatever
yeah,
that band
that's a
is.
great song. But Firefest, great Netflix documentary. This, and I'm honestly, I'm not trying to uh uh put anyone down that's running it or anything. I'm just asking the question, like, is it real? Someone that's in Ragnarok games, or maybe I'll reach out to the director.
Well, why
And
don't we just tag them in the episode this week when
yeah,
we share it? Say like we
Yeah.
want to talk to you guys because we don't know anything about what this is.
yeah. Costin Sutton's gonna love it because I've talked to him about it before. But it's weird, like, I know people that are like signed up for like
Same.
classes but they're not even remotely in that class.
Okay.
Like the 165 men, which is a historically pretty low class represented, has like 20 people in it.
Really?
And I don't know, it just seems kind of weird.
Yeah.
I don't
I
know.
looked at the pro men division and the open men division, and I recognized some of the names,
I
but
saw Travis Ortmeyer.
yeah, but the other side of that coin, just because their names are on there doesn't mean they signed up. Somebody could have put their names on there.
Yeah.
So,
But I don't
now,
know. Like I said, I mean, I hope it's real. I don't want to, but like,
it looks like SCL.
okay.
It looks like SCL.
It's not though.
It's not.
It's
Okay.
just a guy running it in Miami.
Okay. Well,
So,
I was thinking it could be under that federation, quote unquote.
yeah. I don't
You know what I mean?
think it's under anything.
I don't know. Like you said, if anybody out there knows anything,
I
let's
just
talk,
keep
because I have
I
no idea
keep
what
it
it is.
I keep it seeing it pop up. It's in February and it has like 200 athletes, and it's saying it's going to be like this groundbreaking strongman competition. I don't know what they're doing differently to make
It's in
it
Miami. It's in Miami in February. That sounds like a pretty convincing time to be in
yeah.
Miami to me.
A little
they
too
don't-
convincing.
But like,
So
if you look at the like Iron Podium page,
yeah,
they have events. I mean, they even have weigh-ins times posted. But like, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They have 9 events,
I saw that. It's a 2-day competition.
but they don't
Saw
have
that.
one weight posted for a weight matrix.
Not on Iron Podium, but if you go to the website, it's on there.
Oh, it is.
Yes.
Cool.
They have the
So like on the
event
Iron Podium though, it
distribution.
doesn't even show me a website.
Right.
Yeah, it's just weird. I mean, it's probably right. I'm probably looking.
You don't know who's running it or anything?
His name's Ralph Avalone.
No, but I'm saying you personally don't. You've never heard of him.
I don't think so. I mean, maybe if I
I don't know anything
Google,
about it.
yeah, I don't know anything. But
Interesting.
like even like I look up Ralph Avalone, he has 6,000 followers. Trying to like see like I don't know. It says 210 athletes from 39 countries are registered.
I mean, has Travis Ormeyer posted anything about doing it?
Not that I've
That'd be-
seen.
A good.
But it says like Vermagnuson will be joining the games. He's gonna be doing something at the ceremony. I mean, that's cool. I mean, I hope it's real. It grows the sport. So, but if anyone knows
interested.
anything about it, I'm curious.
Let us
I'm
know.
happy to have anyone on that is representative of the Ragnarok games. So,
I support that. Yep.
but yeah, I was just curious. We got it's weird. Like some weeks for this pod, we'll get like 5 questions that we can use. Then some days we just get blown up. So I'm gonna pick. Cause we got a lot of questions this week. I'm gonna
We
pick.
got time.
Yeah, we got time.
We got time.
We got some good ones. Anything else in strongman? 580 barbell, horsepower. We're fully stocked. That's a question I always get. Do you have any left? Yes. I will let you know if we're sold out. We have plenty. We have plenty. I'm looking at 10 full boxes right to me that aren't even up on my shelf right
Horsepower.
ready to go. 580
I mean, I
barbell.
would just try ordering it online, and if it will probably say if it's out of stock.
Yeah,
right?
it says fully stocked, but
Yeah.
Anything else? Jerry at the gym, Jerome Howleyson. He doesn't Jerry Howleyson. He doesn't like
Jerome. He
doesn't
hates
like
that
his,
name. He hates when
government
you
name.
use his birth name.
He's
Bleep that,
going
bleep
to
that.
going to USS Nationals in summer next year, trying to get some. He's offering. He had shirts designed. It's got the 5A diamond on the front, so I fully support him. To try to offset some cost for going to nationals. So his shirts actually less than 2 weeks to order. The last day to order them September 30th. So I think it's $25. So hit up Jerry on our Instagram. We'll probably post about it at least one more time on the 580 Instagram. So if you have any questions about it, you can DM me. And they're Hosswear shirts. They're the best shirts in the game.
Shout out Hosswear.
Dude, I was talking to Hosswear Boys today about coming on soon. They hit
It's
me
about
up.
time.
That's what they said, when are we doing
Jake
this?
told me, Jake and Ross both said when they were up here for Battle at the Bridge, they're like, hey man, say when, we're on.
Mhm.
I'm
That's
like,
a fun episode.
like we'll make it happen, dude.
Yeah, that's a fun episode. But yeah, I mean, I guess in strongman, good luck to everyone that's training for nationals or OSG right now. Let us know
Right.
what you want us to talk about the events.
And Polar Express.
And Polar Express.
Come on, man. Polar Express is getting slept on right now.
It really
Because we're all
is.
so focused with tunnel vision on national. We're
I
not talking
know.
about Polar Express enough.
I don't know if it's getting slept on. I mean, it got sold out
getting
pretty
slept
quick,
on, right.
and there's a big
Yeah.
wait list still.
It's getting slept on, and I'm not
When-
about it. We need more. We need to talk about this more.
Polar Express is going to be for years and years and years to come an awesome winter show. Like I am so excited to set the precedent with it this year and really knock the socks off some people. With only 60 competitors, like I can really do a lot, and I'm really excited.
2 nationals bid for each class.
If they have
right?
6.
If okay,
Yeah,
so
if
it's
they're
not quite, but
Yeah,
a
there's
lot.
I think right now we have maybe 3 classes that'll get 2 bids, which that's
Sure.
big for
That's good for a
December.
60-person show.
Dude, December and you're already getting your nationals bid out of the way. Don't have to
Yep.
worry about that mid-spring summer awkward show, and then you've got to worry, that if you don't qualify, dude, come. I think we have 10 plus on our wait list still, but you know how dropouts work. So
Yep.
if you're interested, still hop on that wait list.
Especially right in between 2 holidays.
Yeah.
Stuff's gonna come up for people. So
Yeah,
get
that's
on
a
it.
great point. That's a great point. I'm confident that the wait list that's on right now will still get in. So
I could see
that's
that.
that's a great point, Riley.
I can't wait for Polar
Yeah, it's
Express,
gonna be
man.
good. If you guys
I'm
don't know,
excited because I don't have to prep for it and I get to help run it.
yeah, I'm excited. Uh we'll have 2 lanes the whole day, head to
Yep.
head, head to head the whole day. We'll start with
You're
novice
looking,
women, we'll end with super heavyweight men. All
judging
5
all day,
events all right in
baby.
a row.
Judging all day. I
For always
can't
for
wait.
always one of our head judges. So
Can't wait.
if you want to see any details about it, go to Iron Podium, look at Polar Express. It's on December 10th at our gym. So going to be a great day. A lot of Christmas lights, Christmas decorations, Christmas treats, Christmas themed awards, and
Christmas after party.
yeah, Christmas after party will be
Christmas after
it's gonna be
party.
a big after party.
Come on.
Oh, we're gonna get jolly.
Yeah.
Get fired up.
And yeah. So check it out. Thank you for bringing it up, Frawley. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Come on. But see, getting slept on. Glad we're talking about it. Next topic.
Still every week too. Shirts. If you want a 580 shirt, just go to 580barbell.com. They'll ship right to you. You just right on our Shopify. We're gonna do a limited drop here, maybe in the next month or so. But Nick Ferrantino had a great shirt idea. And I want to try to
Can't
bring
wait
it
to hear
to
this
life.
one.
Oh, it's gonna be good. I'll show you a picture like like what he was bringing up. I'll show you after the episode. But I'm hoping we can bring it to life.
Can't wait.
It's like it plays off the theme of like having that dog in you now. It's a 580 shirt. That's all I'll say.
I
like
love that saying. That's like
like
my new favorite saying. It's hilarious.
You gotta get on that before it dies, though.
He got that dog in him.
Oh yeah.
Before the next thing comes up, you gotta get that out.
New flavor with the pre. I think I'm gonna wait until after Christmas to release it. Just because like the theme of it doesn't make the flavor of it wouldn't make sense to release on like January 1st. Like I want to do like a really creative video where we have like Frawley and Riley and Don. Like I want some guys in it, and I want to do like the really high quality shoots have their place, but I kind of want to pump out some horsepower like promos now that are like our way too. You know, like the low budget, like smash some fruit over Riley's head type deals, like where we have fun. But yeah, probably gonna be a while now. But we have plenty of mixed berry, plenty of watermelon, 2 best flavors out right now on the market. So you can get those cheaper than these big guys too, and helping out a local company. But anyway, we touched on a little bit last week. Like I said, a lot of them are Nats themed. I'm gonna just touch on a couple of them. What Nats event are you most excited for? I guess that's me and Frawley, and then Riley. Which one are you most excited to watch if you were a spectator?
I said this before, but I mean the movement events are always the most fun for me to watch. I think just like people racing against each other is always, you know, if you're going head to head against somebody else.
Yeah, I'm most excited for the deadlift.
Who would have guessed?
Just because that's gonna be my best event.
I mean,
but I'm excited because I've never gotten to test an event like this for reps, like an axle bar 13-inch. I've never got to rep it out this heavy, and I'm curious to see how many reps I can get. So 575 is heavy for lightweight guys. I'm curious to see how many I can get with the farmers before too.
Sandbag medley with the sled.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, it kind of sucks, but like it kind of sucks fun. Like I said this last time for bridge prep, and everybody Riley was like, "What?" And it was the sandbag over bar event for me, and I was like, "It like sucks so good."
Yeah,
that event sucks so good. Like
nothing
when
good
I'm done
about
with it, what'd you say?
Nothing good about it.
When I'm done with it, I feel so good after. During, I'm like, but afterward, it's such a rewarding feeling. I like that event.
That event's probably gonna be our staple at Bridge. I just love like it was the mystery event, the first ever show I ran. I like having that around all the time, but who knows? What's crazy is I almost have the weight matrix done for Bridge this year. When would be a good time to announce that? Like for signups? Because I want to hype it up again like we did for Pooler and like get a lot of entries in the first couple days.
When Pooler's over.
Yeah, like but I like getting past that Christmas because a lot of people are spending money. So like
First
right
week
at
of
the end of the
January,
year.
baby.
New Year's Day.
Yeah.
First week of January, baby.
There we go. First week of January, Bridge is live.
Man,
Why didn't Frawley hit up Costin Sutton on vacation to train? Yeah.
oh yeah, I didn't. I went to some dude, and I'm honestly, Costin, if you're listening, man, I made a mistake, dude. It's not that these people were bad at the CrossFit gym we went to; they just didn't have anything. I made do with what I had, and honestly, I didn't want to have to go to a separate gym as my wife, so it doesn't. On vacation, I don't feel like waiting for her to go to the gym, come back, and then I got to go to the gym.
When in doubt, blame your wife.
Yep.
So,
oh, good question. Favorite Halloween candy. So you're trick or treating. You get one candy put in your bag. Mine's Reese's.
that's literally what I was gonna say.
That's cheap, but
That's so.
I'm
gonna say Snickers.
Snickers is good.
I'm gonna say Snickers just because I literally was gonna say Reese's, but Snickers.
Got to be king size too. Riley, what about you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, on River Road.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say
We used
that.
to clean up on River
Oh
Road.
yeah, dude. I used to be sprinting between houses.
I
Man,
heard Big Ben was moving there.
I wish.
Might as well. I mean, I would come over from Vanport where they're giving you toothbrushes and
Giving you apples.
apples, and I go down to River Road and just have myself a time.
We were kings, dude. My family hosted the Halloween party every year. We would go there. We just made, well, dude, we had literal tons. Didn't even make sense how we were doing these sandbag carries with this candy we used to have.
Makes sense now.
Halloween's my favorite holiday, just from those memories of that. Dude, we used to clean up. You get Beaver is like literally the best town on earth to trick or treating.
You could have just thought the best town on earth. But
Yeah. Do you guys watch anime? No.
not again.
Yeah, you go back.
Just leave it. Just leave it. Just leave it. No, we don't watch anime. Leave it.
Like the
Just
meme,
like to
son,
take the
do I have
time
a
to
story for you?
apologize.
Current PR song, if you have a PR song. Mine is Riley, what's my song? Doja. Who's it by?
Doja by Central C or whatever his
Yeah,
name is.
mine's Doja by Central C.
Probably.
You guys have a go-to song? If you were at Nashville's last event for all, you need a little bump. Well, and you got to pick a song, what would you pick?
Never Scared by Bone Crusher.
You get hype when that song comes on.
I want to run my head through a fucking wall when I hear that. Sorry, Big Mike, but I want to run my head through a wall when I hear that song.
My
Hey, sorry,
all-time
Mike.
favorite is The Gospel by Knocked Loose.
That song fires me up. Josh introduced me to that song.
That's a great
Yeah.
metal song. That's a metal song that everyone can like. Like it gets you kind of going.
I also hate that the end of the song is the best song and it lasts for like 20 seconds.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like, dude, give me more of that part.
Riley, how about you?
Brain Stew by Green Day.
I don't know that one.
Yes, you do.
Okay, sing it a little bit. 'cause
It's the one. No, I'm not gonna do that.
we'll
but
get
it's the one-
copyrighted.
It's the one from that TikTok that I showed you, and I played that one when we
Oh.
were training.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good
it's a good
song.
one. It's a good one.
Necessarily wouldn't be
The guitar goes crazy.
I don't know if it would be my
Crazy.
PR song. That's pretty
I don't know
stupid.
why I don't believe you.
Damn it. Yeah.
Oh, that is a great song. Okay,
Yeah.
this is a good question. I lost it.
Nice.
Come on, dude.
No,
Find it.
the question is if you could have one meal for the rest of your life, but they actually broke it down into like farther criteria. Okay, so it's appetizer comes out, main meal, dessert, and you can have a drink with it. What would be what's your guys' perfect meal look like?
Wow, that's rough.
I'd go, man, like what classifies in it? Dude, I like Applebee's so much right now. My God. It's crazy to say it may literally just be going to Applebee's at 9:00. Half
Josh
off.
gets one meal for the rest of his life, and he picked Applebee's.
No, I
Pick
didn't.
Applebee's.
I didn't. I just said it's crazy that I'm even thinking about it.
But then you
Dude.
you stuck with it.
because I went to a concert last weekend and we caught Applebee's after and it was half off apps. And I ate 8 tacos before my steak came out and they were just so good.
Those street
Wonton
tacos.
tacos.
Oh, those tacos are so
Dude,
good.
my
They're
God, they
so
go crazy.
good. That might be my appetizer. I'll
I
give you
think
that.
if let me pivot real quick and ask my own question. Most slept on restaurant in America, Applebee's. Final answer. Thank you. Next question. But man, I'm trying to think of the app. I got everything else pretty much down. Like, oh, you get a side with your main entree too. So like, I know my main entree. I want a big ribeye, like a big ribeye.
Oh,
Yeah.
Newport restaurant steak. That's
Yeah.
my entree.
Just a good ribeye, and I want
Yeah.
a good sweet
A
potato.
fat ass ribeye.
Give me the works on the sweet potato, like the cinnamon stuff.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Steak with a sweet potato is gonna be my
and like give me
entree.
and I know for my dessert I want cheesecake. That's just my favorite dessert on earth.
Cheesecake's so good.
But
You're
man,
speaking my language.
that appetizer. See, because an appetizer, when you eat, an appetizer can really ruin.
I was gonna go off the wall for my appetizer. I'm
Let's hear it.
rethinking it. I was gonna say crab rangoons.
Ugh, God.
I love crab rangoons
this
are
guy
so
out.
good. Crab
Oh,
rangoons are so good.
No, that's it. They're good. But
I said it was off the wall.
before a steak, dude. That's brutal.
Yeah, I know. But that's why I said I was rethinking it because it doesn't go with it. But I mean, if it's one meal for the rest of your life, you gotta have some variety.
Yeah, you gotta. That's true.
Applebee's
Riley.
wonton tacos are money now. I want them. They're so
dude,
good.
They're so good. They're so good.
You want to bite them bad boys? Just
Oh yeah, dude. You have to. Dude, I'm trying to think. Try to beat wonton tacos right now. I can't.
Didn't Will say
Texas
if he could
Roadhouse-
have one dessert for the rest of his life, it'd be an Eden Park Smiley cookie?
Oh, that
sounds
was
like something Will would
dumbest.
say.
That was the dumbest comment in this podcast history, and there's been a lot of them.
Yeah,
Your one dessert for the rest of your
One-
life is a dry ass cookie.
The worst cookie on earth. Like I
I would
like
say that. I would.
Subway
I like
cookies.
I like the history behind Eaton Park cookies, but man, that's a god awful cookie. My God,
What's your
My
side? I
God.
don't even know what my side would be. You said your
that
side's a
shit'll
sweet
just say.
potato.
Oh yeah.
What's
Sweet
your
potato
side,
with
Brad?
everything.
Sweet potato.
If it's a steak, yeah.
Yeah,
Sweet potato with everything.
I think
All
a sweet
savory and sweet.
and my steak's got to have like the onions, mushrooms, not on them, but I got to have them to pair every once in a while.
I just want my steak to be.
I love
just steak.
stuffing. Stuffing sounds real good.
I'm not going to make a comment. I respect that. That's
That
stuffing.
Stuffing is
real
good. Stuffing is
does
good.
it. You know what though?
I don't know
I'll
what
listen to
comment
another-
there is to be made about it, but I
was
Me either.
listen to another podcast, and we may have touched on it, but why don't we eat stuffing year round? Is it just because it's so fat and it just clog you up, or what?
probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't. I mean, you
It's
can't
not
get
a
away
thing
with
you're
just
like-
eating. You're just eating straight bread as a
Yeah,
a
stuffing
side.
isn't a thing you like packing your like with
But
your
like,
ground
if we're
beef.
talking about a Delmonico steak, cheesecake, and wonton tacos from Applebee's, I'm not worried about clogging up.
No,
my
I know,
artery,
I'm just-
clearly.
Yeah, but it is every day. It won't you one meal.
No,
Well,
no,
then I can live
you're
very
on
long,
death
but you know
row.
what?
You
Oh,
eat it
death
one
row.
time,
It's not.
death row.
It's not every day for the rest of your
No,
life.
no,
It's
death
just the
row.
last meal.
Yeah, death
Oh.
row.
Then yeah, fuck me with some crab rangoons.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I like that. Respect. You know, like I look at appetizers and like a Texas Roadhouse roll is when they're hot, but they can really ruin a meal. How many times
Wow.
you guys got, dude? Gray,
They're so
like I
good,
went
though.
to Texas Roadhouse with my fat friend, and they've just ruined a good steak for me like 25 plus times because I eat 10 rolls.
Well, yeah, you don't eat 10 rolls, eat 2.
I think ruin is a strong word.
You guys ever have good fried pickles?
Yes.
Yeah.
They can do it. They can get me fired up. Oh, you know what I would do for my app? I actually just figured it out. I'll do boneless wings, a little 6-piecer. Comes out 4 minutes before my steak. Got it. That's the thing about appetizers. They got to come out timed appropriately. Nothing on earth drives me up a wall. Then when you get your appetizer and you got to wait 20 plus minutes.
So you're
after you
telling
eat
me that rolls ruin your steak, but 6 chicken wings don't?
it. No. Good 6 chicken.
There's 6 boneless wings.
Yeah, blue cheese.
No.
Hey,
Little
it's my
ranch.
meal, Mr. Crab Rangoon. It's
Little
my meal.
You were talking about just going straight to Applebee's for your last meal ever, and I'm getting ostracized
Dude,
for
but you
crabbing
can, but
games.
you can build the thing about Applebee's, man. You can build anything. It's like
You
if
can
I
build
went
anything
Applebee's,
anyway. That's the whole point of this
if
hypothetical.
if I went to, but I'm like, why even
You can
make
get a
people?
steak from somewhere else
Yeah,
then.
why even make people run from different restaurants, dude? Let's just head to Applebee's and just freaking let's do our last meal there. If I go
Just
to
saying.
Applebee's, wonton taco, steak, bourbon street steak with a sweet potato, cheesecake. They actually have a vanilla ice cream there with brownies that'll just, I mean, it'll mess you up. You'll be sitting
You're,
heavy.
you're
for a
telling me
minute.
Applebee's reinvented vanilla ice cream?
Ooh, dude, they do. I'm all right, whatever. We'll move
Next.
on.
It's vanilla ice cream. You guys get the point though.
Next.
Who
Crab
would
ring
be a strongman that would most likely succeed in the NFL? If there is one, they're an idiot because they should go succeed in the NFL.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean,
that's a good point.
it's like stereotype. I mean, it is hard for me to believe that Brian Shaw, when he's like 32, couldn't just go be a left tackle.
I just don't think he's got the foot speed that them guys do. I
Yeah.
really don't. And I
It's
don't
it-
care if people think that's a dig, that's fine. But like,
Oh, dude,
dude,
if
a
you think
starting left
that's a
tackle,
dig, you're an
a
idiot.
starting left tackle in the NFL, man, those guys are athletic as hell.
Well, look
I
at
would
it
say
this
they'd
way,
have
Sean.
to be they'd have to be a guard or like a defensive tackle or something.
I mean,
where you just run forward and hit somebody.
didn't Thor try football?
I don't
Probably.
think so.
And he's like the anomaly. But
I
okay,
could be
look
wrong, but I don't think so.
maybe not. I know Lesnar
Yeah,
got
that might be who we're
far.
thinking of.
But
He's on
okay,
the
look at it
Vikings.
this way. Any left tackle in the NFL, any left tackle, pick the dumbest one. They can come in and they can win just about any local show tomorrow. You show them how to do log before. I mean, you give a NFL left tackle 1 year of strongman training, they're gonna be at
I mean,
the
look at
top of the top.
what was his name? Jack Plankers. Wasn't he a college football player?
Yeah.
Yep.
He
a
won
So
freak.
was Thomas Evans.
He's a freak.
Yeah. And those guys aren't even NFL. Like, just imagine some of these NFL
Right.
left tackles. Not even left tackles. Just give me a freaking cornerback for my class. He'll come smoke me in a
Is
year.
this sad? But like, my brain didn't even go to the world's strongest man guys. It went to Clash people. It went to OSG people. Like,
Yeah.
I think like weight class guys would have a better chance than the big guys.
Oh,
I
they all
genuinely
would.
do.
They all would.
I'm thinking like through my head, like some of the most
But
athletic guys.
Any of
like,
those guys could come and do strongman, but none of us could go do.
That's what I'm
besides-
saying. Like, I'm saying based on the question, being a strongman going to the NFL, the heavyweight guys is not who I thought of.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of
probably me, Nick. I would say probably me. I give a player.
I don't know. I think some of those world strongman guys, like, they're big enough that a team would give them a shot at playing somewhere on the line.
I mean, give them a shot doesn't mean they're successful.
Yeah. I don't
No,
know.
yeah.
That's a good question though. Drop a comment. Who do you think? Any weight class, anything. Who would have a?
I'm interested if people have ideas. I'd like to hear it. That's a good question.
These asked by two different people, but they asked the same thing. Hardest thing about nationals prep so far. Mine just the events. Dude, the events are such a pain in the ass to set up. My God. They'll make a man out of you.
Yep.
There's nothing worse than bringing out 5 sandbags, 6 sandbags, and then also having to do an arm over arm rope pull right before that, and then having to push that damn sled back 80 feet. That'll make a man out of you quick.
I feel like national is going to be a long day this year, both days.
It's all good, baby.
Just like resetting those events and everything.
It goes fast when you're a competitor, though. It goes so fast. What's the hardest part about the last 4 weeks of training leading up to a strongman competition?
My opinion is mental.
Yeah. I think just getting specific with the events, if it's like nationals, what we're talking about, like the events are hard. You're going to be training them, especially 4, 3, 2.5 weeks out. You're training at your hardest.
Yep.
And
That's
like,
what I mean, dude. Like, mentally, you got to mentally prepare yourself to go in and still get the work done, even though you feel like dog shit.
and then the last week is something that I've struggled with, and I'm really trying to focus on more, not even just the last week, all the time, is visualization. I think being able to visualize and being able to kind of psychologically see yourself doing walking yourself through a good plan. Hey, like be realistic with yourself. I'm not gonna go and hit 100-pound PR on overhead, but what can I hit based on my jumps?
It's
What
realistic.
can I do? And walk yourself through that day. Okay, this event's first. This is what I want to be able to do feasibly. Then
Right.
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna rest in between my event. I'm gonna go to event 2, do this, and just walk yourself through it. I think that's another really hard part that people don't talk about enough.
Yep.
You know, Riley, how's the AFC? Who's gonna win each AFC division? Sorry, this person worded it wrong. Weird.
Let's run through it.
It wasn't just for you, by the way. I just
No.
asked you because you're a resident. Chiefs are gonna win the AFC West.
Yep.
I knew that. I can't believe people bought into this Denver thing.
No, I mean I think people are more on the Chargers than Denver.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, I know, but Denver, man, they were like, their odds were pretty decent, better than they should be. But anyway, Denver,
AFC West. Who's winning it?
Chiefs.
Kansas City.
Easy.
You have anything else? You have anything to
The only alternative that I have is the Chargers, but I think the Chiefs will win it. So AFC North.
Steelers by far.
Yeah.
Not even, that's the easiest one. Steelers.
That's the first big win already, week 1.
AFC South.
Oh, you didn't give an answer.
Bengals.
Idiot. AFC South, who's that? The Texans, Colts,
Titans and Jaguars.
Colts. Someone say something.
I'll say Colts.
Titans.
I like that. So I'm glad.
Titans just got upset by the
It's
Giants week
boring
1.
if we all agree. If we all agree, it's boring.
Yeah, I agree.
There's a reason for that. though.
Is there one
East.
more?
East.
No.
Yeah.
Patriots,
East.
Dolphins, Bills. The Bills.
Bills. Jesus.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
No,
there's
I'm gonna
to
say
be fair,
Dolphins.
we went
Dolphins.
we went all chalk, and then the
No,
team with the worst odds is the Steelers.
Dolphins.
And it was all chalk other than that.
Anything else to talk about this week, boys? That was a good episode.
shit. I don't know.
I think we touched on just about I think we got every sphere of what we could talk about. We talked about serious stuff with new lifters, Applebee's, pretty passionate debate there. Even finish you up with some AFC football predictions. I don't know why this person specifically asked AFC, but good call.
Do you want to do the NFC too?
Yeah, why not? Give the people NFC.
Who's
Give us-
NFC North? NFC North. Packers, Bears, Vikings,
the Lions.
Detroit.
I got the Vikings. That's
You said-
pretty. I like the Vikings over the Packers. Packers are probably still pretty heavy up there in gambling.
I'll
odds.
say the Packers.
I'm saying the Vikings.
I want to see. A lot will be told this Sunday with Aaron Rodgers versus the Bears. Like he should beat them this Sunday night by 500,000. But
And he probably will.
NFC East. Giants.
who?
Who's in that one? Giants.
Eagles,
Reds,
Cowboys, Redskins,
Eagles.
We
Commanders.
can't say Redskins or
Commanders.
Eagles.
I'm gonna go with the Washington Football Commanders.
Team.
Yeah, Redskins.
Saquon Barkley, New York Giants, baby.
They're
New York
buzzing.
Giants.
Dude, the Giants' new coach is electric.
New
Saquon
York
looks
Giants.
good.
Brian Dayball or whatever his name is, DeBall. How do you say his name, Riley?
Table.
Dable. I like that guy.
Who's NFC South? Saints, Falcons. Who else?
Bucks.
Bucks,
And
Bucks.
Panthers.
Saints,
Bucks.
Saints. Jameis Winston.
Tom Brady don't know how to lose, man. As much as I don't want to say it.
They play this week. Jameis and Brady.
He sucks against the Saints, to be fair, but he doesn't suck
but
against
he
everybody
doesn't
else.
suck against anybody else.
Yeah. Yeah.
NFC West.
Who's that?
Seahawks. Seahawks, Rams,
Niners.
49ers,
Cardinals.
Cardinals.
Rams. I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna go Niners.
That'd be wild.
I think I'm going to say Niners.
See a lot this week. Rams got a bounce back win. They looked horrible week.
They got
Their
smacked.
week one in the NFL like doesn't even count.
Yeah, right.
So much weird stuff happens.
Yeah.
Right.
None
But,
of those guys play in the preseason at all.
See, we're keeping freshened up on our football in case someone calls.
Wait.
Did we do all? Did we
early.
do all of them? Did we do?
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, we did.
No, did we do? Oh
We
yeah,
did.
we did.
Yeah.
Way
Who
too early Super
who
Bowl
plays
predictions.
who plays in the Super Bowl?
Way too early Super
Steelers
Bowl
and who?
predictions. Jesus.
I'm guaranteeing the Steelers win a playoff game this year. I'm gonna say Steelers versus
Jesus. Why do we even ask these questions?
realistically Steelers versus the Saints. Steelers versus the Saints. Steelers win.
I'm
Let's
going
go.
Buffalo Bills. Buffalo Bills. Man, that's tough. The NFC's up for grabs. I don't want to say Tom Brady. I don't want to say the Buccaneers, but
He's gonna retire after
Okay.
this year, or he's getting divorced.
I don't know, man. The Minnesota Vikings. I don't know.
Oh, that's
Throw it
a
out
good
there.
pick. We're at that point of the podcast we just don't want to get off, and we're just like talking to anyone.
This is what we'd be doing if we shut the podcast off. So.
All right. See y'all next week.
See you guys.
Later.